Is yada. You ain't know? Listen. If you any noise or voice in the background, if you care to have the willpower, disregard it. All right. Listen, lovelies. Okay. So I just got old, okay. And just to like say a couple things about some events that has occurred and why things are basically going the way they are. All right. Okay, listen. All right. Listen. What y'all did, it has been exposed. Okay. And I'm also going to reveal, well, basically say something that I have already said in a sense. Well, basically already said in a couple videos before. All right. Okay. And this is regarding, all right. This regarding what y'all been messing with, like y'all been messing, trying to, y'all been trying to provoke certain outcomes. Okay. Um, Apparently it's not really working in certain one's favor. All right. So the thing is, I was on, YT and everything, seeing what, universe gonna bring to my attention and what videos I would like to go, what kind of portals I would like to go in, what kind of, information I would like to, see to expand my consciousness. So I run across, okay. And you'll find out why I'm so like, okay. I found out about like the Majestic 12, and then I heard about Majestic 1 and everything. And when they were like trying to put the little thing together and everything, and which I was doing with the collider, whatever, playing with it and everything, the whole CERN thing and everything. Know what y'all were doing? Y'all were playing with the portals. Y'all was trying to move, and then I found out y'all were trying to also, and this goes with different, like, well, I'm gonna say countries, but it's like nations, like, China, like Russia and everything, and and if you want to say USA and everything, and it's because y'all been trying to use people as studies. Finds out that y'all were saying that it took 15 to 20 years to demoralize the population, means to feed them misinformation. That'll caught up with y'all. Y'all gonna pay the piper on that one. Y'all gonna pay the piper on that one. Now, so here's something else, okay? And then it was also brought to my attention, okay? Certain ones knew about a timeline. They said, the wormhole and going through a wormhole and doing the timelines and it's timeline parallel and everything, okay? And, the thing is, there is a split in timelines, okay? And the thing is, whether individuals move into their higher timeline or their lower timeline, okay? All right. Okay, so here's the thing also what I found out. Certain ones, because it came to me, okay, they said something about Adolf Hitler. They said was close about doing the timeline or going back in time and everything. And then they said certain things got the missing and stuff like that. Missing and stuff like that. So basically, listen. And here's another thing. So they said, okay, listen. If CERN was supposed to, if the collider whatever was supposedly shut down or cut off, supposedly cut off, there's only one reason why it would be cut. They cut it. Certain ones would say and publicize it would cut off because certain ones would like to. If they supposedly cut it off, guess what? That means something went wrong. That's what it means. Something went wrong. Okay, here's another thing. Okay, all right. I also know about the Looking Glass. The crow going on. Squirrel. Anywho. Yeah. Get into Anywho. So, this being said, the whole Looking Glass thing, and I found out about the JR and the 115, and when you spin it, and and then you can, and then looking through it and everything and stuff like that, and then apparently it depends on who's looking through it, because when you look through it, and certain they said elites were trying to get their hands on it, because when you supposedly look through it, it can tell you what timeline to go to. So they try to influence the public with certain things to go through certain timelines, to go on certain timelines. All right. Okay. Now, this being said, okay, one of y'all know, because what also was brought to my attention is somebody, y'all cut that off because somebody keeps dying over and over and over and over, and y'all can't seem to find a way. So you feel me? So certain one, because I also found out about the guy that was explaining like the timeline, and if somebody went to do something to unalive somebody in the past, whatever, and then somebody said, well, that would be a splitting timeline, or two timeline, whatever, and then however the thing is, it'd be just certain, it'd be the only possibilities of just somebody, the same it'd be the same outcome. It's just the way that the outcome would happen. So apparently somebody ain't took heed, so they've been digging themselves a hole, big hole. Okay, you feel me? So y'all shouldn't been following the tyrant. All right, so that's that part. Okay, now the thing is, if certain ones that are into stuff like this, you'll kind of pick up certain things and stuff like that and check it out or whatever. Cause I'm like watching 2 videos and everything, cause they're gonna go more on detail about this. It just kind of like hyped me, like, and I'm like, oh snaps. That's why they turned her, cause somebody was looking through the whole thing while I was spinning, and then they try to press the people to go through certain things. That's why they try to publicize certain things to the people to try to influence a certain outcome. Get what I'm saying? So you feel me? So you gotta catch on what they've been trying to do and stuff like that. Okay, so and in the higher timeline, so individuals have supernatural abilities. You gotta know in your higher timeline, you have like real supernatural abilities. Like you gotta know your higher timeline. So I'm definitely in my higher timeline. Here's a little something, a known fact, a known truth about me. Okay, as I'm talking to y'all, okay, I told you I could see numbers coming out my pupils. Okay, it's about like that. Okay, I could see numbers. Okay, there was somebody that was some Dr. York. He's not really a doctor, is he? All right, the crow just crow. Okay, that means something. His name not really doctor. He's not really a doctor. Okay, just the thing is, I'd have brought him up according to certain videos, and the thing is that certain Malachi Z York or whatever, if you want to be called, or just know, just something's about that individual, and somebody's been up to no good. And the only part is, certain one did bring up certain sayings that somebody got the time capsule and everything, and he said, I did have that post from Facebook that when it, somebody that he was talking to, they posted something that he's supposed to be said. So the thing is, I find out that I had the time capsule. Okay, that's why I could see numbers coming out my eyes, my pupils. Like one time, the first time I seen this, like, I didn't first I seen like something out the center of my vision one time, and then when I kind of looked at it, like throughout the years, like it like was moving, and then like over like in the time, like then it just stopped, then it just came like real, like boom, now you feel me? Because previously I used to stare at it and it used to move. Now it's like right here in the center of my vision, and then it started glowing. Like when I say glow, the numbers, like I found out that there's numbers inside of it. They be floating. They turn different colors, yellow, pink, blue, and stuff like that. And then some buffoon thought they were going to be slick and thought they were going to try to hijack my body. So the part is, as of this videos, they are rapidly and drastically losing their power and weakening, and that momentum is unapologetically irreversible. So the more that they weaken and everything, the more that these numbers are going to brighten up back up like how and do some other cool stuff, or some other, some more personal things that I'm going to be able to see myself individually without some negative entity and someone that doesn't have good intentions isn't able to be able to get a hold of. See this. Anyhow, so yeah, I just wanted to pop on and let y'all know. I chose to wear this specific shirt because of the timeline and everything. As we know, I could have wore any shirt. Why this shirt, or why that a shirt, So it just really, really interesting in the way that somebody does this or doesn't do this, and watch this and could do this, could do this, the possibilities. Anywho, like I said, caught up to y'all now. Now you're gonna pay the piper, okay, in full. All right, so so anywho, I love y'all. I love y'all. Okay, the one. Just know I love everybody. I love all y'all. Okay, and some of y'all just so scared. Y'all wanna y'all can't take what y'all dish out. So you shouldn't have been dishing that out. And you shouldn't be using. You shouldn't have been sowing them seeds. I don't care. You shouldn't have did it for money either. That's on y'all. No. Anywho, I love y'all always. Find yourself safe doing. Stay accountable.